Hi everyone, and welcome to my review of Money Monster. This is the brand new Wall Street thriller starring George Clooney, Julia Roberts, Giancarlo Esposito, Dominic West, and Jack O'Connell. The film is directed by Jodie Foster. I think this is her fourth or fifth time in the director's chair, and I love her as an actress, and I really enjoy her as a filmmaker. I really enjoyed some of the films that she's made, like Little Man Tate, Home for the Holidays, The Beaver, and there's probably some other ones I'm just not remembering at this moment. So this film is, of course, about Wall Street, about what's happened somewhat in the last few years, but focuses on a more personal level. Someone who has invested a lot of money in a financial company, and that money being ripped away by some glitch that they said. And that guy is played by Jack O'Connell in the film, and he disrupts a TV show. There's this host who's played by George Clooney, who day to day he tells you what to buy, what to sell in the stock market, and he does it with flair and personality. And he's produced and he's directed lovely by Julia Roberts' character, and they're brought together because of this horrible thing that's happened to this guy. He invested a lot of money, about $60,000, and one day the company that he invested in it was gone. It was just poof. And the company, I believe, lost over $800 million, and that $60,000 was in there. So he is taken hostage of this TV host, and hopefully get the truth out of the people that ruined his life. So how was the film? I was very excited to see it, as I said before, and I have to say, this was a solid, really good movie that had me invested more than it didn't. There are moments in the film that I felt were like kind of ridiculous. They felt like movie ideas or something that would happen in a movie, but maybe not happen in real life. I don't know how this story would happen in real life. That would be really interesting. But I like some of the things it does address. I didn't feel like this movie was trying to tell you what to think or try and preach to you. I felt it was trying to be more entertainment than anything else. And I'm glad that it took that route. I would have liked if it took those risks of telling a story with some meaning, that makes you think more a little bit. But overall, I did like the characters. I did care about where the film ended up going. George Clooney, he's fine in the movie. He's George Clooney in the film. He's good. He's convincing. Julia Roberts, I liked the chemistry between him and George in the film. She was very interesting as this director that was kind of the voice of God for George Clooney, because she's talking in a mic, and so he can hear her through a earpiece. But I felt like the most interesting character in the movie was Jack O'Connell. Now, he has been in some pretty big films, but I don't think a lot of people know him very well. We've seen him in Unbroken, and I think he was in 2 seasons of Skins, which I really enjoyed, and another movie I saw called 71. He's just a really great actor, and he's very convincing as an American in this movie. I believe the guy is from England, and he was very convincing as being this guy that is not so smart, and decided that he thought he was going to make all this money, so he really invested all this money in this company, and it breaks your heart to see where he goes, where his character goes in this movie. The movie is shot well. I think it's well paced. It's consistently interesting and frightening and a little funny. It does balance out the terror with some humor, and it does it quite well. That it doesn't feel like it shouldn't be there. Because you need that when you're being manipulated in a way you're scared on the edge of your seat. You need to have a good laugh every once in a while, and the movie does go there. Not outrageous or like a spoof or a parody, but just something to make you like a little bit of levity. I just liked some of the ideas of what happens throughout the rest of the film, where the film ends up going, and I liked some of the ways that it ended, and I felt like there are some subtle things at the end of the film that I saw that were more telling than anything else that was telling in this movie. I just thought that was a good way to like how maybe the real world would address a situation like this if it happened in this way. But there were other times where I was like, I'm questioning it. I'm like, would it really go down in a certain way like that? And would the people that are being exposed, would they react in a certain way like that? You know, it just, you know, I was questioning it more than I was believing it. But I did enjoy this movie. I think it's a really solid, good thriller with an interesting concept. Of course, it's very timely for what a lot of people are going through, people who invested in Wall Street and maybe not knowing what they were getting into. So I admire that. I like some of the knocks on the media and how the media treats what's going on in the world, especially in the world of Wall Street. And so I like that. I wouldn't say this film is up there with movies like Network or The Truman Show that really had a great commentary on media. It wants to go there, but I don't think it is smart enough. But at the same time, maybe I'm glad it didn't go there, because maybe then it would have been a really bad movie. But thankfully, it was a really good, solid film that I really enjoyed, thanks to strong performances throughout and great filmmaking by Jodie Foster and some really good writing by the screenwriters. I don't know what else I could say about the film. It's just a solid, good movie that I think if the crowds actually go and see it, I think they will be pleased by what happens. It's one of those movies where, like, yeah, you're almost like it's almost like watching a fight. You're like, okay, now we know who's behind this. Let's see some action, and so we get a little bit of that too. So I enjoyed that as well. So it has some decent comedy, and that doesn't get in the way of the really interesting drama that is happening at the same time. So overall, I like this film. I thought it was a good, solid movie. And I would give Money Monster, I'm going to give it a solid 3 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel. And also, please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do. And I'll talk to you at my next movie review.